All right. Hopefully we're back live for part 2 and everybody can hear me and everything's back to normal. We'll see. We'll hope so. Sorry about that. And then I had to schedule it for 9:40, or excuse me, 11:40. And by the time I walked over here and turned back on my phone, it's all of a sudden 11:43. So I can't just go right back live. I got to reschedule it. So, but we're back now. Let me restart this. Let me reset the comments. There's already 2, but let me turn off the comments and turn them back on. There we go. Dwayne and Noah's already commented. Sorry about that. And I was about to just tell everybody that right there at the end, well, we're done for the night, but I feel like I'm worthy of at least a good half off crate or something. So welcome. And we're going to try a few more tricks, as they call it. Did you have a blowout? Walk out of the room, come back, Chad's not there. No, we got booted off Facebook. John, you did get Glory Gaynor for 10, yes. Half off blues. Possibly. I had a feeling. I meant to tell you and Michael is the beginning of the bin for 30. Okay. Frank, I'm glad you hopped back on. And yeah, sorry for the disconnection. And I still had more stuff to show. It kind of really killed our flow there. Plus, I got a big sleepy bug that hit me. I had to go get a V8. I've kind of been waking up too early. Mondays and Tuesdays, I wake up too early. The store is closed, and it's actually a good thing. We can make more money when we close our store. I know that sounds crazy, but I have to tell our locals that all the time. I'm sorry, but like when we're closed and I can come in here and work, we get so much more prepared to sell here for these sales and auctions. And I'm kind of just like so excited. I'm kind of like so excited knowing that I get to come in and get to just do stuff here. Sometimes I can't even sleep. It's a good thing that I'm excited about coming to work. That means you love your job. And so I wake up and I've only slept like for a few hours. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get to the store. I'm going to get these autographs ready, research them, look them up. And then, man, by the time 11 o'clock comes around, I'm like, gosh, I'm beat. And then I don't realize I've been up for like, 18, 20 hours or something. And we still got a ways to go. So, these are the big dogs back here, okay? Everything on the table is in ascending order of price, okay? 1,750, 1,850, and 2,000. Boy, I'd love to sell all 3 of those. That would make the night incredible. But what I was saying is I almost told everybody I'm going to go home and take a nap and then come back to... I do that. I'm very weird about my sleep. I take naps, come back to work. But when the store's closed, it's helpful. All right, so Frank Galena, you get this for $30. And Frank, that's a beautiful copy. Shrink Hype. It has a inner sleeve. Yeah, it has the inner sleeve. Boy, that's a nice copy. Frank Galena, thank you, sir. That's sold you for $30. Frank, you must be in Tennessee because you have a TriStar. Where exactly are you at in Tennessee? And I'm just going to read the titles that's left in here. This was the crate we were going through when we got booted off Facebook. We're back up to 53 people. I probably need to reshare the link right quick. And let me do that. It is Cyber Monday, which I don't think I even mentioned. We've already done all of our online deals. I've literally have very few new vinyl even left. Nolensville, okay. So yeah, I don't get to ship y'all's orders, so I don't know where any of y'all really live. That's why I'm always asking y'all's location. Sometimes I don't even get to... I don't know where y'all are at. Some people will be like, Chad, I live in Lebanon. I'm like, what? But we may ship to y'all, so... Facebook link. Let me jump over here and share YouTube as well. All right. Yeah, so let's make this little last part here worth y'all's time for getting back on, and my time too, meaning let's try to sell some stuff. And Vol for life, yeah. I'm excited about tomorrow. Hopefully, Ohio State has to come to Knoxville. That would be great. All right. I'm running an ad on Facebook, so I got to make sure. I'm about to go over the autographs in detail now that it's a little slower and I can explain to y'all what we have here. Okay, so let's start with the Beach Boys first. The Beach Boys' Pet Sounds is a pretty incredible piece. I was trying not to handle these too much tonight, but I'll do it right now for the last trick. This has got 2 letters of authenticity. It's been certified and verified by JSA, James Spence, and Beckett. Doesn't get much better than that. You could go get one more if you wanted to from PSA, but I mean, these are good as gold. They're signed by Brian Wilson, Mike Love, Al Jardine, and Bruce Johnston. This is a fully signed Beach Boys Pet Sounds. Some say one of the greatest albums of all time. Definitely an important album in the development of rock history. $1,750. $1,750. A treasure, a really amazing piece. I'm personally leaning towards this as my favorite. It's one of my favorite albums. Melissa is on here. My dad, who worked here with me at my store, one of the last times I got to see him before pretty much that night when he suddenly passed away, we were listening to Melissa. We was watching on our big TV here at the store. We were listening and watching an Allman Brothers concert. So that's always been a favorite song of mine on this album. Incredible piece. Greg Allman, Dickie Betts, Butch Trucks, and J-Mo. Of course, no Dwayne. A signed Dwayne album, a signed Dwayne Allman album is tens of thousands of dollars. This is $1,850. $1,850. But what an incredible piece. A beautiful cover with beautiful signatures. That is a Hall of Fame. And of course, it is certified by JSA. But Melissa holds a special place in my heart. And then we have Reputation. I sold one of these today on Discogs for $2,000. I have another for $2,000. This is Reputation on orange vinyl. That is the 2017. It is $2,000. That is $2,000. $2,000. That's some big dogs. Yeah, that's a little over. Hold on a second. Let me text back my mom. Got to text back mom right quick. So. Yeah, incredible pieces. I'm sure other people will ask about them. But yeah, that's some big dogs there. That's signed by the Beach Boys, signed by the Allman Brothers, and then one of the most desirable Taylor Swift records you can get. So, okay, now, here we go. I would love to sell that to you. I have my cost in it. I kind of bought it from another dealer. I bought it maybe to keep. Earlier tonight when I first put it up for sale, I said no one has to bid on it. I love holding on to this, but I also have probably more money tied up in these two than any other autographed albums I have. So, incredible pieces there. Incredible pieces. So, And yeah, and Taylor Swift is, we had a guy on Discogs buy all of our singles, and then we sent him a message and said, hey, do you want a copy of Reputation, orange vinyl? And he said, yes, how much? We said, well, they're about $2,000. He said, send me an invoice. And we had 2 copies of it. So we got another copy there. And we just shipped out one buyer today over 4,000 in Taylor Swift records. Pretty incredible. Okay. Here's where we left off. Let's go through these, and I'm just going to read titles. And if you need a price, let me know. And we have Micro Whale, Twang Boom Shank Ping, Electro Surf Seal, $34.99. This is Peter Hamill Skin, $19.99. Second time going through this bin. They're all bought now, best offer. Roslington Collins Band is sealed. Roslington Collins Band, $29.99. Cactus World News, The Bridge. Cactus World News is $9.99. Merle Haggard, His Best, sealed, $24.99. Don't hesitate to make offers. We have Emmylou Harris, The Ballad of Sally Rose, $14.99. Kenny Rogers Gideon, EX, $11.99. Hummingbird, Diamond Nights, Hummingbird is VG Plus, $11.99. Aerosmith, EX, $27.99. Rockin' a Hard Place. The Knack, 66 to 70, 2003 Spain Garage, $24.99. Queen Live Killers is still available. Queen is $34.99. Queen Live Killers, $34.99 on that. We have James Damons on Merc Rowell for $20. James, let's do $25. That'd be $10 off. I'll go ahead and sell it to you. I'm not too familiar with that, so you're the only one that's made an offer, but I will sell it to you for $25. The V-Lips Greatest Hits, 99 Holland Garage, $19.99 on that. David Benoit was $9.99. Freedom at Midnight. We have In the Eye of the Storm, The Outlaws. Outlaws for $19.99. The Beatles is still available, and this is the 2014 remaster of the Blue Album, 67 to 70. That is $49.99. $49.99. Greatest Hits of Tom T. Hall, Volume 3, $9.99 for Tom T. Hall. We have Slint, Spiderland. That is $32.99. A 2023 blue vinyl pressing, $23.99. Mad Dog, John Entwistle's Ox, $19.99 for Mad Dog, John Entwistle's Ox. Carla DeVito, Is This a Cool World or What? Carla DeVito, $9.99. Love Unlimited, that is $14.99. Love Unlimited with Barry White, $14.99. Pass. Oh boy, I'm not going to let you pass on it then. I'm going to sell it to you for $20. I guess I'll just have to take a major discount on it. Sell that to James Davidson for $20. I'm not going to let that one slip by. It's too late with too few opportunities to sell something right now. Chuck Jackson, Needing You, Wanting You. Chuck Jackson was sealed, $14.99. We have John Butcher Axes, Along the Axis. That is $14.99 for John Butcher Axes. Also, Johnny D Is Back, an album by the Fatal Flowers. That is sealed for $14.99. And we have Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. We have VG Condition, $14.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, VG Condition, $14.99. Rock and Roll Is Still Alive, EX Edition, $11.99. Rock and Roll Is Still Live. Dave Mason Split Coconut, VG Plus, $11.99. Yulma Calcoen is VG Plus, $11.99. Also, Creedence Clearwater Revival, the Royal Albert Hall Concert, VG Plus, $21.99. Salty Dog, I don't know if you're still watching, but earlier you were asking for Pearl Jam. It's Dark Matter. It's a $10 buy now if anybody wants it. Beatle Country, that was $19.99 with the Charles River Valley Boys. 10 Years After, $19.99. Rock and Roll Live, $5. And that was EX, $11.99. Let's do that for $7. That was $12. I'll do that for $7. $2 bump on that one, Charlie. Chris Smith at $28 on Queen. I'll go ahead and do that. $28 on Queen Live. I've been waiting for somebody to make an offer on that, and now we do have an offer. And that has actually filled up this bin. So let me go ahead and set this off to the side. And we have filled up another crate for tonight at the conclusion of that record. Thank you. Fantastic. All right, let's start filling up another one and then another one. Now we have, if we can fill up a half of one here in this final segment, that would be a win for sure. All right. Scott Beebe on 10 Years After, thank you. Charlie gets that for $7, thank you. Those are sold and sold. Next is Sgt. Pepper's, which is a 50th anniversary edition, $36.99 on Sgt. Pepper's. We have Sheena Easton, $9.99 on Sheena Easton. The Silencers, a letter from St. Paul, VG Plus, $11.99. Black Rose with Share, $29.99 on that. And we have the Network, Money Money 2020. This is a new wave record, hot pink album, hot pink vinyl, $19.99. Nas 3, Todd Rundgren. Nas is $29.99. Now, there's one more other incredible piece that we still have that did not sell tonight. And for the value and for what you're getting, and I've sold 2 or 3 since I've been a dealer, and they've all sold plus or minus around this price, plus or minus probably 100 or 100 or 100, 250. We still have, let me enlarge it. We still got the Rolling Stones MoFi box, and I can bring it over if anybody wants to see it in detail. It is an incredible set. It's $1,500. It's the MoFi set. It's the MoFi set. The Rolling Stones original master recording. The Rolling Stones. It is incredible. That is $1,500. Next is Fatal Flowers, alternate 80s rock. Thank you, Derek. Condition of the record as an original, any inserts with it. You're talking about the Allman Brothers. Derek Clark on NAS 3. Derek, was you about to say something, or are you claiming it? Taylor Swift is the 2017 Orange Vinyl Reputation, $2,000. $2,000. Buckle up for that one. $2,000 on Taylor Swift Reputation. Orange Vinyl, $2,000. Reno and Smiley. And this is sealed, $19.99. Reno and Smiley, $19.99 on that. And we have Johnny Cash, The Walls of a Prison, $12.99. Nice pickup on NAS 3. That is nice. NAS 3, that is nice, $29.99. We have Sesame Street, sealed for $19.99. Looks like it came out of Fort Knox. The Stones box, yeah, wait till you see it. It's pretty incredible, though. $19.99 on the Curtis Mayfield Staple Singers. We still got Share for $24.99, and then Fairport Convention was $19.99. All right, let me show you the Allman Brothers in close-up then. May have an interested party here. I hope so. I'd love to send it to a good home. I mean, that's why I have it. So here's the COA, which has been board and bagged. Very nice. It was authenticated back in 2019. All right. The actual LP is, I believe, a 2008. So the actual LP is a 2008, and the vinyl, so it's a 180-gram remaster, I believe, from 2008. Everything about it's new, or everything about it's near mint minus. So there's both LPs. And then here's a look at the jacket. Let me be very careful with it. It's a glossy cover with beautiful signatures. There's the gatefold. I mean, if you're thinking about framing it, you want to do it just like that, probably. And then taking the disc, maybe showing one of the labels. I would have just the artwork and maybe a pinkish or bluish pinkish frame, just like that. And then have the COA mounted on the back of the frame. I mean, that's just a work of art in itself. Dickie Betts, Butch Trucks, drummer, J-Mo, of course, and then the legendary Greg Allman. We've had 3 air horns tonight. I'd love to make it 4. My daughter loved that, but she also likes college. Yeah, that's some tuition right there. That's 4 textbooks. Tracy Songer on Black Rose for $21. Sold. Let's pull that. And I feel like we've been in this bin for about an hour, because I think we have. So let's go get some half-off stuff. That is sold. And no problem. Take all the time you want. We're going to be here for a little while. We're about to go through some half-off stuff. And we also need to go through I really didn't get to go through any of the new arrivals a second time tonight, but let me find a good half off bin over here. I got some stuff on this table that we probably need to mark at half off. I think some of this stuff here may be pretty recent. I typically like doing the recent stuff at half off, but I also like trying to find a good one, okay? I like finding a good crate, like, boom, let's do it at half off. And let's try to find one of those right now. Maybe even some of the ones that have some blue stuff in it, eh? That definitely looks like some stuff Paul got ready right there. Let me see what else is in this crate. I told you it'd be worth your time to come back. Paul's marked so many blues crates, it's honestly a challenge not to find one with blues in it. But I did tell him, I said, Paul, I can't be hitting all these blues crates all the time because all that stuff's going to get we did pay quite a bit of premium for that collection. I think I told you all that. I had to get very competitive. And Paul of course, Paul does most of the buying, or he does all the buying for us, really. We had to get pretty competitive buying that blues collection. So, let me think about it. Who needs college? Exactly. Is laminated or textured? That is a laminated cover, or it's glossy laminated. It looks like a 2008 pressing. The Allman Brothers is $1,850. $1,850. Beach Boys is $1,750. It's also autographed, and Taylor Swift is $2,000. And we still got the Stones, and we still got autographed drum heads from Eric Singer, Striper, Kicks, and Testament. And I feel like one more, Great White. We still got autographed drum heads from Great White, Testament, Kicks, Striper, and Eric Singer of Kiss. And we still got the Stones Mo-Fi. That stuff's not on the screen. And then we have that. The Blues Collector, he was just an independently wealthy collector just outside of Nashville. And he bought very high-end expensive blues. Can't really share names on that one. I don't even know his name. But he had heck of a collection. Can't do any name dropping on that one, but I can just promise you he had a heck of a collection, okay? So, let's go ahead and go through this bin. Everything in here is going to be 50% off, okay? Should be some pretty recent stuff in here. Let's do this stuff at 50% off. Now, I promise you, if you're thinking about the Allman Brothers, this is only not only a pitch to Oso, but anybody else. I promise you, that's a pretty dang fair price for the Allman Brothers, because I got this basically from another dealer, autograph dealer, and collector, and I was very in tune with what this thing should sell for when I bought it, and essentially almost did some trading. And you'll see a lot of other signed Allman Brothers albums for that price and more, and some a lot more sometimes. The key for autographs, though, when you're doing research, is actually finding two things: not personalized, how well they're presented, and then the third would be, does it have that letter? Does it have a reputable company with a COA with it? That makes it worth so much more, especially on a big item, having a letter. And like the Beach Boys, 2 different companies have authenticated it independently. So, all right, half off. Half off everything in this bin. Minor detail. Minor detail. Gold stamp promo. It's a 1983 synth pop. $5. Minor detail. $5 on minor detail. The Moody Blues, Caught Live plus 5. The Moody Blues is $10. Caught Live plus 5. Star Club, it's Lee Curtis and the All-Stars. An 86 German pressing on white vinyl, $10. So the price I'm telling you is the discounted price. Computer Games, Mesex, Gold Stamp Promo, Mesex, $10 for Computer Games. Steve Miller Band, number 5. We sold a Steve Miller Band autograph earlier. Steve Miller Band is $12.50. That is the Green Capital label. $12.50 on that. Also, Seals and Croft. I'll play for you. Seals and Croft is $5. Seals and Croft Sudan Village is $5. And we have C-Train. C-Train is $10. No condition notes on this. Green Warner Brothers label. Thanks for everybody that's come back and joined us for part 2 here. I got our Facebook comments dropped earlier, so we're back streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and X. No auctions right now. These are just the few leftover high-end autographs that didn't sell tonight. Trying to find those a home for tonight. If not, like I said, I'm in no hurry for selling these back here for sure. Well, I'd love to sell Taylor Swift to somebody, but these 2 pieces right here, I kind of bought them borderline to sell and borderline to keep. I got such a great price on them. So, 5 Bridges, the Nice. This is $10. That's with Keith Emerson. Also, we have Danny O'Keefe, The Day Today. Danny O'Keefe is $10. Danny O'Keefe, Day Today. $10 on Danny O'Keefe. That is a half off bin we're going through right now. I told y'all we'd go through 1, maybe 2. Joni Mitchell, chalk marks in a rainstorm. Joni Mitchell's a gatefold, no condition notes. That is $13.50 on Joni Mitchell. $13.50 on Joni Mitchell. Also, we have next is Joe and Bing or Ring. Bing, what's that say? Joe and Bing. That is Joe and Bing. RCA Gold Stamp promo, $7.50. Also, Appalachian Fiddle Tunes for fingerstyle guitar, Seth Austin. 1982 Appalachian music with the book, $12.50 on that. $12.50 on that. All right, give me 1 second over here. Okay, $12.50 in that. Phil Freeman on JM. JM, and that's Joni Mitchell. Thank you, Phil Freeman. That's so do you. Also, we have Tavares, Future Bound. Tavares is $5, Future Bound, Tavares. Also, Dionne Warwick, From Within. Dionne Warwick is $7.50. Scepter Records. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I can tell it's getting late. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Pictures at an Exhibition. That is now $10. No condition notes on that. $10 on that. $10 on that. Let me... Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Where did I leave off? Right here. Love Her Please, Clyde McFlatter. That is $7.50. Love Her Please, Clyde McFatter. And then Don McLean, self-titled. That is $5. Don McLean, self-titled. $5 on that. Half off price. Next is Bill Nelson, Chance Encounters in the Garden of Lights. That is $10. Bill Nelson, Chance Encounters of the Garden of Light. And Harry Chapin, Sniper and Other Love Songs, $5. Goodness gracious. Hold on a second. I got to deal with... it filters it on my phone so I can't see it because... I don't know who this idiot is. Man. Okay. Man, what a psycho. Well, I don't know where that person is, but man, I worry about his mental health, truly. I wish I could figure out who it is so I could help him. But man, I don't know who that guy is, but he needs some help. I wish he would tell me and we could work something out where I could help him with like his mental health. But I don't know who it is. So it's got some problems though. Brian Myers on BN. Bill Nelson, that is sold to Brian Myers. Brian Myers, that is sold to you. Thank you. That was $10. Thank you. That's sold to you. Okay, moving on. We have Carole King, Rhymes and Reasons, $7.50. Carole King, Rhymes and Reasons, $7.50. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be back in like 30 seconds, actually. I got to do something else over here. Very important. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Now, sorry. Here we go. Now, going through a half-off bin, we have, this is $12.50 Peaches, Pick of the Crop. Now, Peaches is a Capricorn Records compilation. Speaking of Richard Betts and Wet Willie and Elvin Bishop, that's essentially a Southern rock, classic rock compilation. $12.50 on that. And we have Greensleeves Rhythm Album, number 8, Highway. That is $10. Also, Windows, Mr. Bongo. That is $7.50. Windows, Mr. Bongo. Moody Blues, The Present. Moody Blues is $7.50. $7.50 for the Moody Blues. We have the Bill Nelson Orchestra. Another Bill Nelson. This is Bill Nelson's Orchestra, Arcana, Optimism. This is $7.50. Sorry, I think the wind is blowing like... Let me step outside. I'm in a large building. There's some funky sounds outside. That's why I went and make sure. Man, it's just. I think it's just where it's cold and we got the heat on in here. But like, I could have swore I heard something crash in the back room, and I think it's just the roof popping. I was like, "Is Tanner still here loading the truck?" That's why I walked to the back. I was like, "Man, what did I just hear?" I think either something crashed in the back or. I think the roof is just popping where it's just like it's so hot and so cold. It's that time of the year. Cheryl Smith on PEA. That was the Peaches comp. Great decision there. That's sold to Cheryl for $12.50. And then Robert Warner on Bill Nelson. That's sold to Robert Warner. Another Bill Nelson sold. 2 for 2 so far in this bin. And then Spinners Crossfire. Spinners is $7.50. That's in Shrink with Hot. Joni Mitchell, Wild Things Run Fast, another very nice Joni Mitchell. That is $10 on that. And Moth the Hoople, that's their debut, self-titled. And that is a clean copy, no condition notes, $12.50. $12.50 for that. Chamber of Dreams, music from the Invisibility Exhibition. Bill Nelson, that's now just $10. Bill Nelson, there's another one, $10 on that one. And we have... Boy, I struggled with this the other night. Amon Duel, AMONDUUL 2, Hijack. $15 on that. Hijack. It's on Atco. Charlie Marks on the Moth the Hoople. We have, Gary Wellman. You were second on Moth the Hoople. Welcome to TWO, Missouri. $7.50. Mike Langford on Amon. Thank you, Mike Langford. That's sold you $15. That's on the original Atco label. Anatomy of a Murderer. We're getting to some Fred Goodwin stuff that I marked. I remember marking this. This is an original 1959 6-eye mono. Duke Ellington is $7.50. John Miller second on that Amon, and then Brian Myers. The Miracles on Stage, VG Plus, $7.50. The Miracles on Stage, Moth the Hoople Live. Well, just one Fred record. I didn't mark the rest of these. I remember marking that one, though. VG Condition, $5 on that. We have Mitch Ryder, Take a Ride. Mitch Ryder is $5. Detroit. We have Jackie Wilson, Body and Soul. VG Condition, $7.50. Born Again, Randy Newman. EX Condition, $9. We have Tommy James, Moni Moni. Tommy James is $7.50. And we have Isaac Hayes, To Be Continued, EX $10. Mike, I want to send you an MC5 record and have you sign the cover, if you don't mind doing that for me. Mike is on the cover of the MC5 album, Kick Out the Jams, where you see the at that time, kids, teenagers sitting on the front row. And I'd like to have that over here of my customer memento section, Mike. If you don't mind doing that, I'll send you a jacket. I'll probably send you one in the mail. I'd like to, and maybe you circle you on the cover. That's really cool. I'd like to have that as a keepsake. So what a epic thing. So Phil Freeman on MR. So we did ADAD, and then Phil Freeman on MR, and MR was Mitch Ryder. That's so to Phil Freeman. Brian Call on Malt the Hoople Live. That's so to Brian Call. Gary Wellman on Jackie Wilson. That's so to Gary Wellman. Brian D. Leon, one of our new buyers tonight. He's on the Miracles. Sorry, Brian. I know you're watching on YouTube. I have a couple crazies that stalked my page. I had to block somebody earlier. I know you're new, and you probably saw all the bad language and stuff going on over there. I've got at least one of a couple crazies that stalk my page, and I have to block them every now and then. Brian Call on Tommy James, that's so do you. If you're new here to Collecto, you'll learn. I have some people who, they kind of like stalking me. It's kind of scary, so I have to watch comments all night. They have obsessions. They can't get over it. I'm going to take a drink of orange pineapple right quick. And what we've done is we've traced everything back. Every fake review I've ever been left, and every bad comment is typically somebody who couldn't pay their bills. And then we block them. And then after we block them, they develop this hate towards us. And they really just are mad because they can't pay their bills. So they get mad at us, and then they never want to give it up. They try to create fake accounts and this and that. But so it's weird, but it's stuff you have to deal with. So, all right, that was a great half off, Ben, especially right there at the end. Boy, it really picked up. Let's run through those one more time really fast, and I think we'll do another one. I might go ahead and grab one of these blues crates, or one of these Paul crates, which have here lately have been blues crates. And we might go through tonight's stuff, buy it now, best offer, at least that first crate. We'll see where we're at. We're just kind of chilling here. We have Minor Detail, $5 on Minor Detail. Moody Blues caught live, $10. Very quickly now, Lee Curtis was $10. I have Me Sex Computer Games, $10. Steve Miller Band, number 5. Steve Miller Band, $12.50. Seals and Croft is $5. Sudan Village is $5. C-Train, 10th is $10. The Nice is $10, 5 Bridges. Danny O'Keefe is $10. We have Joe and Bing, $7.50. Nothing to do with Bing Crosby. Appalachian Fiddle Tunes was $12.50. Tavares was $5. Dion Warwick is $7.50. Emerson Lake and Palmer is $10. Lover Please, Clyde McFadder, $7.50. Don McLean is $5. Harry Chapin is $5. Carole King is $7.50. Highway, Greensleeves Rhythm Album number 8, $10. Windows, Mr. Bongo, $7.50. Brian Myers on ST. Wow, nobody on Emerson, Lake and Palmer. ST was C-Train, Brian Myers, correct? So do you. Moody Blues, $7.50, The Present. We have Spinners Crossfire, $7.50. We have Joni Mitchell, Wild Things Run Fast for $10. We have the only Bill Nelson that went unclaimed. Bill Nelson's $10. Gary Wellman on Harry Chapin. That's so to Gary Wellman. This is a half off bin, by the way. Missouri was $7.50. The Duke, it's essentially the soundtrack to Anatomy of a Murder. The music's by Duke Ellington. It's a 59 mono. That's $7.50. Burt Jordan wants both Moody Blues. That's The Present and Caught Live plus 5. Those so to Burt Jordan for $7.50 and 10. Thank you. Next is Brian Myers on Windows. ST Windows, C-Train. Or is that another claim? ST and Windows. Hold on a second. And Windows. And Windows, okay. Yeah, so that's also sold. Phil Toon's a solo artist. Yeah, so it's called Seth Austin, or he's called Seth Austin. At first, it kind of gives vibes. If you didn't tell me otherwise, I would think it's somebody from 2024. But it's actually 1982, and it comes with a book. And I guess it's just the tab music. Whiskey Before Breakfast, Arkansas Traveler, Tennessee Waltz. So I guess it's almost halfway an instructional record. Maybe not. Maybe not an instructional record. Kicking Mule Recordings. Yeah. So, yeah, a little bit of both going on there. Okay. Then next was Brian Windows. Gary Wellman on JM. Joni Mitchell, that's so to Gary Wellman. And then last couple was Born Again, Randy Newman, EX $9. And Isaac Hayes, EX $10. Brian Nelson also wants Bill Nelson and C-Train. I think I already pulled C-Train for you. Yeah, I've already pulled C-Train. I got you for Bill Nelson. Patrick, I graded it I think that's my writing. I graded it a VG+. Yeah, it's a VG+. By our standards. I mean, it has some like little marks. I don't know if you can see that right there. I got the spotlight right on it. It's VG+. All right. Rankings. I don't know. Me and my friends I hadn't got the reply because I've been working since 7 o'clock, but I've been reading my friends' messages over here, and I don't know. It's I'm hearing the most possible outcomes is Ohio comes to Tennessee, or we go to Ohio State, that is, of course, and or Indiana comes to Neyland, or we go to Indiana. All I've heard for the last 48 hours is we're going to Ohio State, or Ohio State's coming to Knoxville. I don't know exactly what number. I guess around the 8 or 9, or what is that, 5 and 6 or something like that. So I would love for Ohio State to come to Knoxville, obviously. We're season ticket holders. I'll be able to get a ticket, which means I'll be able to go very affordably. Clyde McFadder is on the original Black Mercury label. Pretty clean record. Black Mercury label. It's an original glossy cover. I bet that's from Fred's. That's got to be early or mid-60s. $7.50. Yeah, if we get to host Ohio State, Neyland, Knoxville at night, that might be one of the craziest games ever at Neyland, ever. It would have to be a playoff game for a national championship, next step, next level. Wow, yeah, I'm excited. And if, of course, if we go to Ohio State, I have a feeling we're going to travel up there if we can get a ticket. So, Brian also got you for Windows. Burt Jordan wants Clyde. Burt Jordan also on Clyde McFadder. And Dale Sanders says he'll take the Duke for $7.50. All right, well, it looks like you're all ready for another half-off bin. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's about the time I go live, isn't it? 7 o'clock, the selection. But I hope we end up going to, or I hope Ohio State obviously has to come here. All right, let's go through this bin here. I think this has got some blues and some of the some pretty good records. John and maybe Paul both marked. It's like a half of a crate, and let's hit them and let's go through them. So we've went through 2 Buy It Now Best Offer. Some of y'all might have missed some of those. Let's go through this half-off bin. Will Bama sneak in? That's the discussion. Although I watched more ESPN on Saturday night and Sunday morning than I ever have in my life. I typically don't watch ESPN or any kind of the sports coverage. It's like I watch Tennessee, and that's about it. I'll read stuff on X, and I'll read stuff on Facebook, but man, all these people, they're just like this and that. And Tennessee 7, Tennessee 8, Tennessee going here, Indiana going here, and I'm like, phew. I'm just kind of ready for it to be announced at this point. There's so much drama surrounding it. Exciting time if you're into college football, though. Very exciting, especially if you're in the playoff. Gordon Smith, taking time. A 79 Italian import. Let's go through some of these records. It looks like Paul marked these. This is on Appaloosa. It looks like it is $10. A 79 Italian import. $10 on Gordon Smith. Bobby Bland, Call on Me. Bobby Bland is a 70s pressing. $12.50 for Bobby Bland. Call on Me. It's on Duke. It's a 70s pressing, and these are from that blues collection. These are from that blues collection. Bobby Bland is $12.50. McKenna Mendelssohn Mainline. That's a 69 US, $17.50. Late night blues deals, folks. Late night blues deals. I can actually slow down and show you the label, show you the condition. These blues records, if they're not check condition, this is what they look like. Look at this McKenna Mendelssohn Mainline. That's how it looks. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Daniel Rosen on Bobby Bland. We're going through a late night. This is why people stay late with us. Half off, incredible records. Daniel got Bobby Bland. Brian D. Leon, you were second. The Five Faces of Manfred Mann. Manfred Mann is now $12.50. $12.50. That's an original on the Ascot label. Once again, check out the condition. Typically kind of a beat record when I see them. Derek Clark on Mainline, thank you. There's Manfred Mann. I think there's another Manfred Mann. There is. This one is a 2013. This is a 2013. 2013 on that Manfred Mann. So that's an original. Does have some cover condition problems up here. There is some spine damage on that. Smoky Log. That's Smoky Log. L-O-G-G. You can stay, but the noise must go. That's an 84 US Texas Blues, and he signed the back of it. And that is on Gila Monster Records, G-I-L-A. You can stay, but the noise must go. That is now $6.50. Gary, let me know which of the two Manfred Manns you want. Your MM may be for that one, or for both of them. The mic noise, really? Boy, this is the second time I've had to change them out. I'll go ahead and swap them. Hopefully the other one's pretty charged. I'll go ahead and charge them, swap. Do wah diddy diddy dum diddy do. He wants the OG Manfred Mann. Thank you. So that's so to you for $12.50. All right. Barry Melton. Bright Sun is Shining. That's on Vanguard. Barry Melton was the guitarist for Country Joe and the Fish. I remember seeing him in. I'm pretty sure that's the same guy on the Woodstock. From the Woodstock footage, I'm pretty sure. Barry Melton. Bright Sun is Shining. It's on Vanguard. It's a beautiful white label promo. Incredible condition. And has a promo sticker on the back. Gary Melton. Gary Wellman. So there's Gary Melton. Gary Wellman wants Smoky Log. That's also sold to Gary for $6.50. All right. Now we have National Down Home Blues Festival, Volume 4. Booker T. Laurie, Henry and Vernell Townsend, Dr. Ross, Larry Johnson, Son Thomas, and Micaiah Early. And that's an 86 US on the Southland label. The half-off price is $15. And once again, a stunner. Beautiful vinyl, $15 on that one. Brian Myers on Barry Melton. Sold. Brian gets Barry Melton. Never had seen that record before. Juice Newton, Take Heart. Juice is $5. Juice Newton is $5. Take Heart. Oh, excuse me. Oh boy, I don't like yawning. Lee Michaels, 5th. Lee Michaels is in shrink, has a big K price tag. A&M Records, no condition notes. Leslie Holt on Juice Newton, sold to Leslie, $5. Barron's Whitfield and the Savages, Dig Yourself. That's an 85 US, no condition notes, plastic inner sleeve. Nice. That's on Rounder Records, 1985. $10 on that one. Lee Michaels sold to Gary Wellman. Clean copy, super nice copy. We love shrink wrap. Some of y'all don't remember the Wisconsin shrink wrap hot sticker collection. That was a fun time to be watching Colectco. I am a collector of hop stickers, and I love records in the original shrink wrap. And we had one of the best collections ever for one of those. Came from Wisconsin. That guy still has records. It's his father-in-law's collection. He still has the other half, and hopefully we can go up there first of next year and buy them. Price on Barry. Barry Melton's already sold, Electric Mike. Hey, there's somebody watching on X. I don't see that too often. Welcome, Electric Mike on X. Or are you a regular and you're just watching over there? Or have you found us naturally on X? Chuck Wagon and the Wheels keep on rolling. Chuck Wagon is 1982. $5 for Chuck Wagon. And that's called Keep On Rolling. Wagon Tracks Records. The Best of Junior Parker. And that's on Duke, it's a 70s pressing. So originally probably out from the 60s. Yeah, for that label, Duke, now that I see it, $10 on that. $10 on that. Metal records. Oh, yeah. I love them on 60s records and 70s records, like the stuff you never see them on. Mike Langford. Oh, Mike Langford's watching. Welcome. Okay, so we have Preston Rose on the Chuck Wagon Gang. Thank you, Preston. So do you for $5. Is Whitfield Funk? You know, I really don't know. Anybody got any more? Rounder is, well, when I hear Rounder Records, I think of country and bluegrass, honestly. And I don't think this is country and bluegrass. But typically when I hear Rounder, I think of country and bluegrass. So maybe somebody can help us out on that. Brian D. Leon wants the Junior Parker. Nice pick up there. Gary Wellman, you're second. Gary Wellman, you're second. Charles Musselwhite, Memphis, Tennessee. An 84 German import. Charles Musselwhite, Memphis, Tennessee. $12.50. Barron's Whitfield is R&B Soul. George Scher, R&B Soul. That'd be my next best guess. The Nighthawks, open all night. A 76 US, $7.50. The Nighthawks, open all night, $7.50. George Scher on CM for Charles Musselwhite. 84 German import, sold to George Scher. George Scher also wants Barron's Whitfield. But I don't think I'm wrong by saying that. Rounder is typically a bluegrass label. I've always considered it a bluegrass label, but I have seen other artists on there that have surprised me, like that one. Preston Rose on the Nighthawks. Boy, there's not going to be much left in this bin. I told y'all this would be a good one. The Boogie Brothers, bar by bar. The Boogie Brothers is a UK import, sealed, $7.50. Price on Emerson Lake and Pembroke Pictures. That was from the previous bin. I still have it, though. I can get to it fast because I have listened to this album a lot. Y'all know I'm into prog rock. I'm into prog rock. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. That is an RCA club pressing. It does have an 1841 Broadway, so that probably is OG club. The price is $10, no condition notes. All right. Downchild Blues Band, Road Fever. That is a 1980 Canadian import. That is $5. Downchild Blues Band, Road Fever. That's on the Attic label. Been trying to show the labels for most of these in here. $5 on that. Lloyd Price. These ABC collections are typically a compilation, or they are compilations. They're typically a compilation or greatest hits. Lloyd Price is $5. Leslie came to Charles Musselwhite. She did, but George Scher was first. George Scherer was first, and then Leslie. Mike Langford does want the Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Great decision there. Cool gatefold. I just saw Carl Palmer a few months ago. He opened for John Anderson of Yes at the Ryman. Gary Wellman on Downchild, and Burt Jordan on Lloyd Price. All right. Did I show the Boogie Brothers? It looks like kind of like the Blues Brothers. Did I show this? Bar by bar, sealed. I guess I couldn't show the label because it's sealed, but it kind of looks like they're dressed up like the Blues Brothers. That's the Boogie Brothers, $750. And Pebbles Greatest Hits, an 88 US with a gold stamp promo, $12.50. And Pebbles Greatest Hits, 1988 MCA, $12.50 on that. This is Rye Cooter. Yeah, Rye Cooter is $10. This one's called Showtime. Rye Cooter Showtime. Beautiful looking copy, $10. Look at the vinyl, nice. Typically a cover I see of a lot of ring wear. Chicken Shack Review. So this is a live recording in San Francisco at the Great American Music Hall, December 14th, 15th, 1976. Blanco Jimenez, accordion, Isaac Garcia. I thought I saw another name on there, or maybe I saw that word Chicken Shack. No, Chicken Skin Review is what I saw. Okay, Rye Cooter, LP, and Gary Wellman on And Pebbles. That's sold to Gary Wellman. Thank you. Next is a 1980 US Willie and the Bees Out of the Woods. Price is $12.50. Willie and the Bees Out of the Woods. Got to be a blues record. It's got to be. Sunnyland Slim. I know y'all are going to grab that. Sunnyland Slim is $10. I probably don't even have to show you anything else. The name sells that one. Sorry, there's not much left in here. Y'all have almost obliterated this crate. The Legacy of the Blues, Volume 11. A series of recordings by the great blues artist. And this is Volume 11 with Sunnyland Slim. $10. Sold to George Scherer. AC/DC Blues, Gay Jazz Reissues, Volume 1. I think this is that borderline like nasty stuff. Or maybe it's like the blues. They're blues songs, but they're kind of adult-oriented. Sunnyland went to George, then Gary, then Sonny, or then Corey, then John. Pollution. What a strange cover. It's a little chicken, chick. Is that the word I'm looking for? A chick wearing a gas mask. A white label promo, and then on the back it dies. Sad. EX, $9. Pollution. What's the gatefold look like? It's a uni-pack. Dobie? Is that Dobie Gray? Yeah, look. Dobie Gray, lead vocals and percussion. Dobie, learned something new opening up the gatefold. Dobie Gray, lead vocals and percussion. That's on Prophecy Records. Pollution. Fat Music Volume 4, Life in the Fat Lane. A 99 US press, VG Plus, $12.50. Life in the Fat Lane. Now, the Eagles have a song called Life in the Fast Lane. Not to confuse anybody. Not to confuse you. This is Life in the Fat Lane. And all these people are freaked out. Boy, that's a pretty cool car back there. Hestina. Blossom Talk. $5. I don't know anything about that one. Hestina Blossom Talk. 2016. And Return of the Magnificent Seven, Amen Corner featuring Andy Fairweather Lowe, a 76 UK, another Unipack sleeve. A Unipack is when the sleeve opens and the record tucks inside here. It's on immediate NIMS. That's usually a pretty good label. Pollution is so R&B funk. I was about to say, it has to be with Dobie Gray on vocals. All right, so back at the top, Daniel Rosen on Fat Music. Hiram was second. And Derek Clark wants Amen Corner. I was about to say, I bet Derek may buy that just because of the label. And he claims it. I actually have some stuff that's sticker price that I forgot to show, including some new vinyl. I did a major purge behind the counter. I'm going to show this stuff now, and y'all can buy it. Or if not, I'm going to put it in the new arrival bins tomorrow. First, let me go ahead and sell Gary Pollution. These are sticker price, okay? The first thing I have is, I think, some new vinyl that was put back. I have, this is Cliff Craft, Cliff Jordan, Blue Note 1582. This is a 2011. Is it Analog Productions? No, it's Music Matters. Anyway, 2011, 2LP, 45 RPM, remastered and numbered, $74.99. Now, I will take offers on that because it was priced back in June. I don't know why it was behind the counter, but it's $74.99 OBO. $74.99 OBO. Now, these are sticker. These are, I think, putbacks. Corrosion of Conformity, live volume, limited to 1,000 on silver colored vinyl. That's a 2LP. And that's live at Harpo's in Detroit, April 20th, 2001. COC live. Patrick offered 60 on Cliff Craft. Boy, I want to say Cliff Craft, but there's an L in there. Cliff Craft. Patrick sold. Next should be Mudvayne. Yes. Mudvayne Lost and Found. $49.99. Limited to 1,500 on black and gold marble vinyl. That was long out of print. They pressed these on Music on Vinyl, and you can't get them anymore, or I can't get them anymore. So, and then Cinderella, Still Climbing, $38.99. That was long out of print. Now, this next record was a new release last week, or maybe even the week before. I didn't have a price on my invoice when they got delivered. They've been behind the counter for a couple weeks. And that is Dire Straits, Making Movies, the Abbey Road Half-Speed Master, $46.99. I meant to show those first thing tonight in new arrivals, and I have forgot. This record was cut using a specialist technique known as half-speed mastering. The artesian process results in cuts that have superior high-frequency response, treble, and very solid and stable stereo images. In short, a very high-quality master that helps to create a very high-quality record. Those are new, sealed Dire Straits half-speed masters, $46.99. Volbeat was another record that typically I can't get. One copy showed up, and this one's called Beyond Hell, Above Heaven. It's a 2LP, Volbeat, new and sealed, $46.99. And I thought about keeping this. I thought it was really cool. It's a classical record. It's $24.99. It's a classical record. It's from London, imported audiophile pressing. It's made in Holland, the Netherlands. Record made. And of course, that's the Red Army, Soviet Union, Russia. And they're actually symphonies written during World War II. And I read about through this much, and then I started reading this, and I was like, what's going on? And I realized it was in a different language. I read all this because I was pretty intrigued about what this was. And then I got to right here, and I was like, man, I don't know what any of this is saying. And I was like, oh. Of course, I was also reading it at like 4 a.m. So, yeah. I don't know if there's any classical, but based on what me and Paul looked it up together on Discogs, and $24.99 is actually a pretty dang fair price. But I thought the cover was pretty incredible. Not that I'm a fan of the Soviet Union, but just as a World War II piece. I'm not a communist. Rick Peabody on Volbeat. Rick Peabody, thank you. That's so to you. On Volbeat. Glad to pick that up because tomorrow night, if I would have showed that, there'd probably been 2 or 3 people and then a waiting list. So, that's new stuff. I'm going to put all that back over here so it don't get misplaced. I'm going to show all that tomorrow. Hopefully, there's new vinyl deliveries tomorrow, and I can put all that back in there. And then here was what was left in the half-off bin. Gordon Smith, Man for Man, Man-Made, only $12.50. 2013 Sundazed. Pretty much the only blues record in here. Well, there's a couple more, but that's $15. The National Down Home Blues Festival. The Boogie Brothers, the Rycooter, Willie and the Bees, the AC/DC Blues, Gay Jazz Reissues, and the Hestina Blossom Talk. That's the only thing left in there. Boy, y'all took a dent out of those. Oh, I knew y'all would do that. Y'all took a dent out of those. Let me see what this crate is next to it. We're not too far from having our another full crate. There's a random Michael Jordan rookie card just laying over here. I'm not joking either. There's literally a $3,000 Michael Jordan rookie card just laying over here on top of a crate. Just randomly. I don't know. I'll put that back there with the other expensive stuff. Boy, now the back of the table's really expensive. That's somebody just go ahead and buy all that. $1,750, $1,850, $2,000, and $3,000. And I will hold on to the air horn until literally the bottle expires. Let's go through another half-off bin. One more. I think y'all are awake enough. We'll clear this thing out, okay? First thing we have, maybe The Cure. I hope so. Brian Myers on Manfred Mann. Sold. Price on CC Live. CC Live, is that in this bin? CC Live was, CCR, Mike, that was in the previous bin, wasn't it? Mike Langford, CCR. Was it? Hold on a second. CCR. I remember showing. We had a CCR, right? CC Live. Or was that in this bin? Let's do one more half-off bin. And Mr. Mike. I remember showing a CCR. Let me know what that is, though. How did that happen? I had it left out from the coin sale. Is AC/DC right on there? That is nothing to do with AC/DC, the band. No. So, there's actually other basketball cards laying over here. But calm down, Mom. Mom's watching. Everybody, we got to start acting. We got to start acting right. My mom's tuned in. Oh boy, everybody hide. No, there's other basketball cards over here. We hadn't been open since Sunday. Oh, corrosion conformity. $39.99. $39.99. Taylor Swift is the 2017 orange vinyl. This is sealed, $2,000. Reputation, 2017 orange vinyl, $20. Any of those Dr. J? No. No, we got Bob Cousy, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Shaq, Kobe, Akeem Olajuwon, Karl Malone, Isaiah Thomas, Clyde Drexler, Checklist, Kobe, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, Victor Wembanyama, Shaquille, Jordan. And, of course, Jordan that I laid back there. There's a bunch. But that one was, oh, boy, my mom just fired me, folks. And, Mike, let me show you CLC again. Let's go through one more half-off bin. And then it's time for me to eat a bunch of soup my mom brought me. I'm kind of excited. She brought me some homemade soup. Some homemade soup. CLC Live. This is at Harpo's Detroit. 2 LP, $39.99. And I just got fired by my mom. You can't fire me. All right. So, half off. Let's do it. Loretta Lynn, one's on the way. Loretta is actually a German copy, $7.50. Loretta Lynn, $7.50. One's on the way. I guess that means she was expecting a child. Manfred Mann, Pretty Flamingo. A 2003 Sundazed. Manfred Mann, 2013, $12.50. One's on the way. Or I guess somebody could be on the way to her house. Who knows? George Scherer, Loretta Lynn, so do you. Thank you. Randy Newman live. $10 for Randy Newman live. Reprise Records, clean copy. So Manfred Mann is a reissue. Randy Newman's very clean. Mike Langford wants CLC. Make sure that goes in for sticker. That one is $39.99. Thank you, Mike, again. Mike's bought 3 tonight. He's on a roll, folks. Edgar Winter's Entrance. Edgar Winter is $10. Edgar Winter. Entrance. Yellow Epic label, $10. Gary Wellman, all over the Randy Newman. Thank you, Gary Wellman. Doing our last half off bin of the night. Jackie Wilson, You Got Me Walking. Jackie Wilson is $10. That's on Brunswick Records. $10. I wonder if any of our late night poster people's watching, like, dang, Chad, when are you going to do another poster show? I wonder if Landro's watching, and I know Kenny was watching earlier, but I know Craig is still on, but man, we got tubs. All that last stuff I got from Fred, it's still in tubs. I can't even get to it. It's insane. Ask my mom if she's still watching. My mom will tell you. It is unbelievable how much we essentially have in this store/warehouse. We have so much in tubs and crates, we can't even get to it. Gary Wellman on Jackie Wilson. Great deals in here in the half off. Still got an Edgar Winter and a Manfred Mann. Moon Martin, Escape from Domination. Kind of stresses me out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with all this stuff? Moon Martin is at $5. Moon Martin, Escape from Domination, $5. Me Sex, Graffiti Crimes, excuse me. Me Sex is on Columbia. That looks weird. Why does that look weird? Because it's an Australian Canadian. It says CBS Canada. It also says Australia. Are they an Australian band? They have to be. I bet they're Australian, aren't they? $12.50. Gary Wellman also wants EW for Edgar Winter. He also got EA. Did I pull that too? Maybe that was an autocorrect. Okay. Randy Newman, Sell Away. Randy Newman is a top loader. It's a gatefold, but it's a top loader. And I bet it's clean. Oh, it is. Yeah, some of these records we put out are just really nice. Not to brag on our own records, but I'm just sometimes thoroughly impressed with how clean some of these are. Randy is $10. Long John Baldry, Boys in the Band. Long John Baldry, $10. My mom says it's getting out of hand. Yeah, has been for a while. We literally have to keep closing off more of the store so we can store more stuff. And we're pretty much going to close off the entire back of the store the first of the year. That's how much space we need. Gary Wellman. Gary on a roll. Gary gets Randy Newman. Gary gets Newman. You're a Big Boy Now. The Lovin' Spoonful. $7.50. The Lovin' Spoonful. $7.50. Gary also on Long John Baldry. That is sold to Gary Wellman. Long John Baldry also sold. Wow, Jimi Hendrix live. Now just $14. This was $28. It's a 2 LP live. Now just $14. Freedom. There he is, the master. Lovin' Spoonful sold to Charlie Marks. Thank you, Charlie. Mr. B, Shining the Pearls. Mr. B is $5. Mr. B, Shining the Pearls, $5. Who gets Hendrix? I know somebody's going to want that. Hendrix is sold to Michael McCullen, Robert Warner 2nd, John Kaiser 3rd, Gary Wellman 4th, Noah 5th. Conway Solid Gold. Conway is $7.50. C-Train Marblehead Messenger. C-Train is $10. The Marblehead Messenger. Capital orange label, gatefold, textured cover. C-Train, $10. Hendrix, 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 Hendrix. 5 people, Michael was first. 6 people, Michael was first. 5 people after Michael. Another Me Sex, where do they go? Gold stamp promo, $10. Me Sex, where do they go? Physical Fatness, Fat Music Volume 3. This has no FX on it. It is now $14. It's a 1997 US OG pressing. Now for just $14. Physical Fatness, folks. Physical Fatness. Happy Meals Volume 2. Happy Meals is EX, $11. EX, $11. Looks like another compilation. Daniel Rosen on Physical Fatness, then Melissa, then Charlie Marks. Donovan Wolfington, How to Treat the Ones You Love. This is an emo record, $7.50. A Night in Heaven soundtrack. A Night in Heaven soundtrack. Bryan Adams, The English Beat. EX, $6. Gold stamp promo. Charlie picking up Happy Meals. That reminds me of McDonald's. Kind of makes me want a McDouble. Hot McDouble. Mom, can I have a McDouble? Phil Lynott, as in Philip Lynott, as in Phil Lynott from The Boys Are Back in Town, from Thin Lizzy, $11. Phil Lynott. Leslie Holt on A Night in Heaven. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Penelope Scott, Hazards. Blue and orange vinyl. What an interesting cover. What interesting vinyl. Penelope Scott. I don't know what that is, but it's $7.50. I don't know what it is as far as genre. The Miracles Greatest Hits. $7.50 on the Miracles. And Mojo Nixon and Skip Roper. Bodacious. The other night I walked by this bin because it was in the front, and I said, we got Mojo Nixon. And somebody said, show that Mojo Nixon record. I never did show it, and I'm showing it right now. Mojo is $15. My mom said Big Mac. Wow. She said upgrade to a Big Mac. Gary Wellman on PL for Phil Lynott. Leslie's going to take the Penelope Scott. Derek second on Phil Lynott, and John Meeks on the Miracles. And Rick says good night. This is the last bin of the night. I'm going to go through these one more time, and then I'm going to do a final call on the autographs and the big stuff, okay? The high-end stuff, I'm going to show you what's left one more time if anybody wants to make an offer. And, of course, if you need to sleep on something, if you need to think about a $2,000 purchase or a $1,000 purchase, I greatly understand that. So, but sometimes they get gone, okay? Mojo Nixon is sold to Gary Wellman, and Charlie was second. Here's what's left in this half-off bin. Manfred Mann, Pretty Flamingo, 2013. Manfred Mann, $12.50. Moon Martin, Escape from Domination. Moon Martin, $5. Me Sex, $12.50. Graffiti Crimes. Mr. B, $5. Shining the Pearls. Conway, Solid Gold. That's a 2 LP Conway Greatest Hits with Hello Darling and Linda on My Mind. $7.50 for Conway. It's also a gatefold. C-Train. This usually sells. It's Derek Clark probably can drop us a hint, but man, we've always sold that pretty well. C-Train, $10. Marble. I've listened to it at some point or another. I know I've spun it, but I can't even really recall a lot about it. Me Sex is $10. 2 Me Sex still left. And then this emo record was $7.50. $7.50. Okay. So let me go back to my photos that are saved here on the computer. And we'll go back all the way to the very first one. And let's go through the high-end stuff one more time. And the first thing I have for you is Peter Criss, which did sell tonight. The signed Peter Criss is sold. First, let me take you back to the live view here because Dennis Schellenberger wants the Conway. That is sold to Dennis for $7.50. Thank you. And Derek Clark wants Manfred Mann. And let's sell that to Derek Clark. Thank you. Wow, not much left. Y'all have obliterated these half-off bins. So the only thing left is the Emo, the 2 Me Sex, the Mr. Big, the C-Train, and the Moon Martin. Okay, so Peter Criss sold. He's gone. There's where he signed it. Okay, I still got the Eric Singer drumhead. And some of these I can show you live. I got really good images of them, but if you want to see them live, I'll show them. It's a bigger drumhead. It's been JSA certified. It is personalized to Doug. We had a discussion earlier about maybe how to take that off. It's $75. We had another Eric Singer drumhead, about a month ago? That was Kiss. It was like a black one. It was beautiful. It sold for, I think, over $200. Don't hold me to that. Stevie Nicks, one of the most expensive items we have right now that's an autograph. This is a Stevie Nicks signed poster. $2,950. $2,950. Before I tell you anything else about that, let's sell Bill Lindsay, the Mr. B, and also the Emo record. Billy Lindsay, thank you. You've bought from us before, right? You're getting Mr. B and the Emo record. Thank you. All right, so back to Stevie. Now, Stevie autographs are extremely expensive. I was going to pull up earlier some comps. Her autographs are extremely expensive, obviously desirable. That's why they're expensive. This is on a bigger item too. Big, very well, the more presentable, the more valuable. And what better way? It's on a big poster, beautifully, really cool image. This is incredible. It's going on eBay tonight for $3,500 or best offer. It may not be on there long. It may be on there for 6 months. I really don't know. It is Christmas time. $29.50 on Stevie. Kicks. Signed Kicks. $245. It's a signed drumhead. Signed drumhead, $245. Okay? $245. Striper. Signed Striper drumhead. $195. Signed Striper drumhead. $195. Great White drumhead. $325. $325. Great White drumhead. This sold earlier tonight. Avenged Sevenfold. Fully signed poster. We sold that earlier tonight for $500. We sold that earlier tonight for $500. There's Otis. And there's Otis. He's not for sale. That's Tanner's dog. Well, Tanner and Addison's dog. Somehow those images ended up on my computer. All those sold. All the children's records are gone. This is still available. First, let me answer Mike Langford's question. Price condition on the Me Sex. There's 2 left, Mike. They are non-check condition. They are $12.50 and $10, of course. Half off, no more, no less. They are very clean. VG Plus covers. The LPs are very nice. This is the Rolling Stones Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab box set. Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab box set. The ultimate Rolling Stones audiophile experience. I hope that Patrick's still watching. He probably can answer. I don't think the Stones have had any other audiophile treatment. I know Analog Productions hadn't done their stuff. And I know MoFi has because there's individual. If anybody wants to see this live, I have it right here behind me. It's a big item, though. This is $1,500. $1,500. Before I do anything else on that, let's sell these to Mike Langford. And Mike Langford, thank you, Mike. He gets both me 6. And then Derek dropped a key on the C-Train Marblehead. He says it's their masterpiece. Violinist Richard Green Robert, and this is mastered by Bob Ludwig. $10. Yes, look, sterling sound. Boy, Derek's right on it. RL. This is mastered by Bob Ludwig, the Marblehead Messenger. There's only 2 records left in this half-off bin. C-Train, the Marblehead Messenger, $10. And Moon Martin, Escape from Domination. Wow, somebody needs to buy those, and we've cleared out that whole bin. Back to the Rolling Stones. But yeah, there's no other audiophile treatment. No other audiophile treatment on the Rolling Stones. That's pretty wild now that I think about it. What about classic records? Any classic records? I don't think they've done their stuff either. That's pretty wild. I bet that's in the... I bet somebody's trying to do that. Analog or somebody. So I don't think at classic record. Yeah, wow. So yeah, this is pretty much the ultimate audiophile experience for the Rolling Stones. And here's the albums you get. You get self-titled, 12 by 5, Out of Our Heads, Aftermath, Between the Buttons, Their Satanic Majesty's Request, Let It Bleed, Get Your Yayas Out, and then you get Hot Rocks, which, man, I wish they would put that out. I wish they'd put Hot Rocks out. And here's what it looks like. Here's the sleeve for Let It Bleed. Here's the sleeve for Let It Bleed. And here's the disc. I mean, it's beautiful. Other than one speck of... There we go. There was one speck of dust on it. Paul went through in these individually earlier. So, the last one I sold, John, I did sell for $1,500 to Paul Brothers. He may even be watching right now. And this one's just as nice. And it usually gets gone. I really can't believe it's been lingering around. Let me think about that. I really didn't want to come too much off that price because I know we do the $7 in limited shipping, but also I'm considering we're probably going to ship that thing insured. We usually ship it insured and like ship it priority. Also, before we go any further on that, George Scherer does want C-Train. George Scherer got C-Train, then John Kaiser. And so that just leaves Moon Martin. That just leaves Moon Martin. John, let's see here. There it is. There it is. Also, let me bring over another selling point. Let me bring it over here because, John, you probably need to see this before I counter. I have nothing else but good things to show you, okay? It just gets better from here. And maybe you'll consider my counter. Let me show it to you here, actually, on camera. It just gets better. So, can you see that? Let me see if I can move it over here. Maybe right there. So, of course, there's the latch. You open it. It has, first of all, it's number 2977. The Stones is number 2977. It has the book, which has all the album covers. There's like the cover, and then there's the gatefold. So all that's included. Even the, there's another packet in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there's another packet right here, which includes other Stones inserts and solicitations. It has the number written on the envelope. And then it includes the geodisc, which honestly, I know people always ask. That has something to do with the tracking and for really high-end sensitive equipment of some sort. But the geodisc is included. So with that being said, I'm going to say $14.50, John, and I'll ship it insured to you. And Steve or Brian or Ed will do a top-notch job. And I'll sell that to you for $14.50. It's got the extras, the geodisc, everything's pristine, 2977, and the box cosmetically is nice. Shipped and insured to you. Priority mail. $14.50. Next is Taylor Swift numbered. Okay. Taylor Swift is the 2017 orange vinyl Reputation. Not numbered. $2,000. The cheapest listed at the time from a trustworthy, reputable seller was $2,800. And yes, I think there's more me sex in the previous bin, Mike. John's thinking. John, the last one I sold was to another customer, $1,500, okay? That's what I got for the last one. And I think the other one before that was Dale's Pittsburgh collection, and we got $1,575 for that one at auction. It actually got people, there was multiple bidders on that one. The last two did not get the more than one person of interest. The first one I sold had multiple bids. Here is the other Me Sex. Once again, gold stamp promo, Mike Langford, no condition notes. It's a white label promo, $10. Yes, I've listened to, every time I get one of these, I listen to Let It Bleed because it sounds amazing. I love Give Me Shelter. You can't always get what you want. They're pretty incredible. Okay, so that's where we stopped. I was hoping somebody would buy that tonight. We may strike a deal. Led Zeppelin sold tonight for $900. We sold the OG Led Zeppelin, of course, a Bob Lovewood cut. Pet Sounds is still available. Once again, 2 letters of authenticity here. Authenticity from Beckett and authenticity from JSA. Signed by Brian Wilson, Mike Love, Al Jardine, and Bruce Johnston. $1,750. And of course, the incredible Allman Brothers, $1,850. J-Mo, Greg Allman, Dickie Betts, and Butch Trucks. Paul Stanley sold. We sold the Paul Stanley 500. All the Elvis EP sold. Everything there pictured, they're all sold. All those sold. All the 45s. We sold the coin, and the coin. And there's another look at Paul Stanley. And that's all the photograph stuff we had for tonight. The other Me Sex is sold to Mike Langford for $10. And then I'd buy a Kiss one. Yeah, I've been waiting for, there's some bands, but Kiss, the licensing on Kiss stuff. So, I was going to show Oso and maybe everybody else what's going on here with this Taylor Swift. Oh, let's not lose Michael Jordan. Now, talk about an investment. I mean, here's the greatest basketball player of all time. sort of a mid-grade rookie, a 4 from SGC. So here's the entry for Reputation. Here's the entry for Reputation. Is this one sealed? This one's open for 1,800. And then they're 2,800, 3,900, and 5,000. Big prices on Taylor. 18, 5, 28, and 39. Ours is sealed, and we just sold one yesterday for 2,000. So, all right. It's my dad's favorite and probably 5 shows with George Thorogood. Let's do it. Sweet deal. Folks, we have an air horn. We're going to sell the Rolling Stones MoFi box to John Kaiser, $14.50. Let's make a note for the shipping department to ship this insured to John as promised. We'll put $1,500 worth of insurance on it for you. It's always, we're going to pack them up well enough. We're going to pack them up well enough. You don't have to worry about that, but that's just kind of an added bonus for you. It's going to get there safely and securely. All right, everybody, turn down your volume. Hide your cats because we're about to blow the air horn for John Kaiser. And this is incredible. The Stones MoFi box. Let me pan up the camera. You can't see it. The Stones MoFi box, $14.50. Thank you, John Kaiser. Great way to wrap up tonight. We're not done. We're not done because we might strike a deal on the Allman Brothers. Oso's got that in his radar, and maybe on Taylor Swift too. I mean, let me tell you about Taylor. Whether you're a fan right now or maybe, buy some stuff just to put back, Taylor stuff, this limited edition, her fan base is only going to grow, and then they're only going to get older and have more money to spend. So I view it as a pretty solid investment, actually. Every time we get some of this stuff, I've always thought about like, man, let me just take this and just go put it somewhere in the store and forget about it and see what it looks like in 10 years. I mean, because I have a feeling like her fan base, as they get older, they're just going to have more money. And this numbered stuff, like those record store day singles we have. How much is Jordan? Jordan is $3,000. Jordan is $3,000. 86-87 Fleer, $3,000. Paul got the Last Stones box set. Yeah, he's watching. I figured he was. Boys, nobody really going to buy Moon Martin. That's the only record left in here. Moon Martin's the only record left in here. $5 too. And we sold everything in that half off bin. Well, yeah, it's got to be really close. It's got to be really close to 1850. Earlier tonight, when I put down these two, here's what I said. You don't have to bid on these, okay? They're for sale, but I've told a price that would take them off my hands. Otherwise, I've had them for about 6 months, kind of wrapped up and put away. And the same guy I bought these from, I bought a Grail. I bought a signed John Bonham, Led Zeppelin 2. The most money I've ever spent for anything other than a house or a car. I bought a signed John Bonham, Led Zeppelin 2. And when I bought that, I bought this, And these I bought to sell because at the time I couldn't convince myself. To think that I was spending that much money on records. Because I'll go ahead and tell you, John Bonham was a very pricey item. And I got all those at the same time, though. Let's see here. Allman Brothers autograph, $16.50. Taylor, $1,800. I'll pay ACH invoice to avoid credit card fees for you. Okay, let me do some math because I have a feeling. Let me see what they charge me to sell Taylor on Discogs because we didn't sell that one. We didn't sell that one through Discogs. We sold it to a guy after he bought the other stuff. Let me see. I don't even know how to do that really. Let's see. Sell music orders. What is the fee? What is the fee on like an expensive? So the fee on 185.04. So that's 185.04. Okay, so 185.04. What divided by 2049.96. That's not right. Yeah, it's actually a little less. It's like 8. I think that ends up to being like 8 plus the PayPal fee. 188. I need to do that in reverse though. 2049. Let's do it like this. 163. Getting close. Probably like 8.5. Plus, I'm trying to kind of figure out what the PayPal is. Okay, and Mike Langford wants Moon Martin. Let's go ahead and sell that to Mike Langford for $5. So we have. I got my price on Allman Brothers over here. 16. All right. Yeah, we got to do the horn for the empty crate. Horn for the empty crate. ACH. All right, so here's what I'll do, Oso. I'll do the, well, it's really however you want to look at it, but I need $17.50 for the Allman Brothers. I'll do $17.50 for the Allman Brothers. And I'll go ahead and do the $1,800 for Taylor. So $17.50 for Allman, which you offered $16.50. I was at $18.50. That's meeting in the middle. You meet in the middle on my prize possession here. I'll go ahead and do the $1,800 on Taylor because I have a feeling I can get $2,000 on Discogs, but after fees, I'm going to be getting about $18 what I'm selling to you for. So you're getting the Discogs discount is essentially. You're getting the Discogs discount. And let's meet in the middle on this. And you'll make my night. And then we'll just have to get a buyer for the Pet Sounds, which I can't believe there hadn't been more interest in. We're talking about, I mean, you got Sgt. Pepper's, you got Dark Side of the Moon, you got Pet Sounds, you got Led Zeppelin 4. I mean, it's up there. And it's signed. And then far as just incredible, this is just amazing here. I mean, but I'll meet in the middle on the Allman Brothers, and I'll do you. I won't even counter on Taylor because you're kind of getting the Discogs discount at $1,800, so that's kind of discounted. So yeah, eBay's expensive. Discogs is getting up there too. They raised it about a year ago. Of course, it's just the cost of operating. I understand, but eBay seems high to me. I mean, I know they're a major corporation, but with shareholders, but man, just seems high to me. If they could get it back under 10%, I would sell a lot more on there. If they could get it down to like Discogs fees, so I'll take it. Sold. Amazing. Amazing. We have 2 air horns to do. We have 3 air horns to do. We have 1, 2, 3 air horns to do. Now, think long, you'll think wrong. While I'm blowing the air horns, I'll show the Beach Boys one more time, okay? Let's go ahead and do some celebratory air horning. Is that a word, air horning? Here we go. First, we cleared out an entire bin at half off. We're going to do a short but sweet air horn. Everybody get ready because your ears are about to get woke up. We cleared out a whole bin at the very end. Sold, 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 emptied. That was short and sweet. There's nothing left, I promise. I don't think there's any more vinyl in there. Now, the first thing we're going to do is tag Taylor Swift officially to Mr. Oh So Adventure. And great price. This is the second I've sold. This now listen to this. Whether you love her or hate her, my 48-hour total on Taylor Swift records is now up to almost $6,000 in the last 48 hours on 4 Taylor Swift records, 5 on 5, 6. I think 6 on 6 Taylor Swift records. My 48-hour total is almost $6,000. That is pretty serious in the record market. I don't know many artists that I can just demand that kind of money that quickly. That's pretty amazing. Nice pickup, rare variant, sold to Oh So Adventure, $1,800. Sold to Oh So. I hesitated on that one. All right, let's just leave it right back here. Now, the Allman Brothers. We're talking one of the greatest bands of all time. Greg Allman, one of the greatest voices of all time. And let's see here. Who is still with us? Is J-Mo the only one still alive? I think J-Mo's the only one still alive. I know Greg and Butch Trucks, right? One of my favorite album covers. I mean, I have posters. I have a t-shirt. I can't wear it anymore. It's got too small. I've gained too much weight. But incredible. And 3 of those men are no longer with us. Unbelievable. This is sold to Oh So Adventure. Beautiful signatures. And this is now going to a new home. $1,750. 1750. And we have our third and possibly, but hopefully not the last, air horn of the night. All right. There we have it. This is why I hope that people come and tune into our shows, not only to get incredible pieces like this, and as I've grown my business, I've kind of said, I want to deal in high-end stuff. I want to deal in stuff that kind of separates us from everybody else and offer it here in a very fun atmosphere to buy it with great customers all over the country and world. And then there's the Beach Boys, if anybody's interested in that. But yeah, just incredible stuff there. Now, I still have a set of the Record Store Day singles, if anybody's interested. The first night I've shown them, there was a lot of, I think, Taylor Swift buyers, but they didn't know the prices, okay? So, yeah, this is, this is just a letter. It won't come with a card. It just has a letter. It's a photo match letter on that one. It's all packed up very nicely. So, no, Taylor's not signed. No, Taylor's not signed. That'd be awesome. So Taylor Swift albums are very pricey, okay? Signed albums. I left off a key word there. So you can find, like, she signed a lot of pick guards and she signed those photos, but a signed album, a signed LP is pretty scarce, actually on the cover. She does all the signed inserts and stuff, especially her first album. It's really pricey. And she signed some copies of 1989. So signed copies, there's some prices that kind of give you an idea. They're always north of $2,000. Any kind of signed LP, and that's pretty much it. After that, there's not much you can even get that has letters. And that first album, I don't know why, but it's really hard to find signed. Yeah, there's one. It's so fine. Boy, they don't even have a letter. Somebody just took a picture of that in their bedroom or something. That didn't even have a letter with it, and it sold for $5,850. It gets pretty expensive. So, yeah. Well, we also sell $5 records too. So what I was going to say there is I try to keep it balanced. I like having $5 records, and I also like, dealing in stuff that kind of hopefully brings the entertainment value for y'all watching every night, But yeah, a Taylor signed album is actually pretty difficult to get and obviously very expensive. You can get photos, you can get pick guards, you can get the photo inserts. So, like, she signs a lot of photo inserts, like when she's at her house for a new album or just lounging. But you rarely see them, like, you rarely see her signing album covers. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen this album cover signed. Let's see if there's one on eBay. Let's see if there's one on eBay signed. Now, I will say, I had this before. See this? I had this. This is still my most expensive, the most expensive thing I've ever sold. Let me see if it's still on Discogs or on PopSock. No, she don't do meet and greets. No. She don't do, you can't get to her. It's kind of like getting a McCartney autograph or somebody of that stature. You can't get anywhere close to her. If you could pay to meet Taylor Swift, that would be incredible. There'd be people like willing to fist fight over that. Let me see if I can find mine. Let's see here. Let's see if it's still on PopSock. Is this mine? No. I had one of the highest ones on here forever. Let's see if it's still on here. Yeah, that's mine. No. Yeah, that's our counter. Yeah. So that's mine I sold back in 2020. Taylor Swift Red ACM promotional. I sold that back in 2020. It was an eBay auction. That's our counter up here. That's our counter up there. $3,550. That's about one of the most expensive LPs I've sold. It was actually like a box set for the Red. It's an ACM promotional. But yeah, some have sold higher since then. And somebody in Guatemala bought it. Actually, we shipped it to somebody in Guatemala. But that was one of the most expensive ones ever sold. There's one sold for $5,000 a few years later. But okay, so let me go back up the top, and you go hunt her down a Chiefs game. Yeah, her security. Have y'all ever seen how she travels? I mean, it looks like, Joe Biden or President Trump. Looks like President Trump or President Biden. It looks like whoever is in office for the President of the United States of America, she travels in that kind of security detail. This is signed by Brian Wilson, Mike Love, Al Jardine, and Bruce Johnston. Brian Wilson, Mike Love, Al Jardine, and Bruce Johnston. It has a letter from JSA and a letter from Beckett. That is $1,750. Now, somebody asked for Record Store Day singles, Jason Fornerat. Let me see if I can pull them up on our Discogs. So, inventory. Let's see if Paul... I have the Record Store Day singles. Well, let me just pull up where I sold these. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I still got this. Teardrops on My Guitar. We have that one for anybody interested. We have Teardrops on My Guitar. Mine's listed right here. Collect code $599.99. It's sealed and it's a low number. It's number 33 of 4,000. It's number 33 of 4,000. That's Teardrops on My Guitar. So I've got that one. And let's see here. Can y'all just go... Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, there we go. Tim McGraw. I've got Tim McGraw. That was one of her big breakthroughs. There's the last sold. Last sold $549.99. That was ours. And we have one for sale on there. We have another one for sale. And Tim McGraw is right here. Same thing, numbered 47. We have that one. Tim McGraw is $549.99. Okay, and then we sold this one, Picture to Burn. And we have, that's us, last sold, $499.99. And we should have another one. Yep, this is ours active here. So we have another one, 2196. And there should be one more. Should have said no. And we have two complete sets. That last sold, $399.99, that's ours. And we still have another one active. And I think ours have sold because we have 100% feedback on Coletco, Discogs, and ours are sealed and low numbers. That's number 21 of 4,000. 21 of 4,000. They're hand numbered on the back. So I think ours got bought because we had all four of them. One guy came in and bought them all, and then they were low numbers. And the other set we have is still low numbers. We got more low numbers. So Beach Boys, only thing remaining, and then the drum heads. No one has said much about my drum heads, unfortunately. I still got those, which is right here. I still got Great White, Striper, Kicks, and Testament's not pictured, but I have a Testament as well. No one said much about those. I know somebody who has a ton of her autographs, like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of her autographs. Like, it's incredible. They have thousands of dollars worth of her autographs. Okay, well, we're just kind of having fun chit-chatting right now. And then the other no bids tonight, let's go through those right quick. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I was saying about this stuff. That's a great point. So, and I've seen a couple people do videos and talk about it. Like, her fan base is still relatively young, and y'all know how it is. When you get older and you're making more money and you have more money to spend, the people that couldn't afford them now, maybe in 10 or 15 years, they might can afford them, and they're probably going to be even more money by then. So even if you don't even like her from a pure business standpoint, if you even maybe not like her, but maybe not even her music, if her music doesn't interest you, still a pretty solid thing to buy. Pearl Jam, Dark Matter, $10. This was damaged. Good talking point here. Don't store your records. This is a record store day release, and look what happened to it. It got gassed because it's stored in a PVC sleeve. If you bought one of these for record store day, I would go take it out of the sleeve because this thing got gassed and it's damaged. I'm going to test play it tonight to see how it sounds, but it's been gassed. It's a bad thing that happened to it. This is still only $10. Talking Heads, Burning Down the House. Talking Heads, original single. And then we had the other no bids. This, I pulled that out of the crate to put on Discogs. Seal Trisha Yearwood, $150. Fila Brasilia was $200. The Black Keys was $155. Schlong was $20. And then these two Japanese pressings was $15.15. Didn't sell any guitars. We're going to do that this week. We got signed Oasis, signed Green Day, signed REM, signed Avenged Sevenfold. And then I have this My Morning Jacket box set, $99.99. My Morning Jacket. That's about all I have. All right. We sold, man, we got a whole stack. I didn't sell off all the 45s. We still got more children's 45s, all that stuff to do tomorrow. All right. Y'all have kept me to almost 2 a.m. again. I've kept y'all to almost 2 a.m. Thank you. I'm going to say my final goodbyes. Brian Arrigo wants Mick Jagger for $15. Thank you. Guitars are coming this week. Oh, yeah, I sold Paul Stanley. I did sell Paul Stanley, yes. Paul, I lied to you. I sold Paul Stanley. This one, yes. I was thinking about the other sets I have, the band. I have signed Green Day, signed Oasis, signed Avenged Sevenfold, signed that. Avenged Sevenfold will be $1,950 starting bid. It is signed by Rev. It is signed by Rev. Big deal. And it's not a pick guard. It's signed on the guitar. Paul Brothers wants Pearl Jam and Talking Heads. Great decisions there. $10, $10. Burning Down the House. We even sold an autographed Jackal hat tonight. That sold tonight. Robert Philippi bought that. We sold the Avenged Sevenfold poster tonight for $500. And I think we're done. Yeah, because Rev passed away in 2007 is what I was reading into earlier today and last night. So, yeah, this lineup is the Rev. Yeah, he died, original member, he died at age 28 in 2009, yeah. Jason, you've missed a heck of a night. We just sold an Allman Brothers for $1,750, a Taylor Swift for $1,800. We got a Michael Jordan rookie laying around for some reason. And we have a signed Pet Sounds for $1,750. Brian Wilson, Mike Love, Al Jardine, and Bruce Johnston. It's the only high-end item that did not sell tonight other than the drum heads, the signed drum heads. It's a mono 50th anniversary remaster. Mono 50th Anniversary Remaster. And it's signed by, I think, the only 4 possible that is still alive right now, right? Because, let's see. Beach Boys. My mom said good night. Good job and good night. Thank you, Mom. I'm about to go to the gym and eat some of your soup. So the lineup on Pet Sounds, I won't have this probably by the end of the year. I have a feeling somebody's going to eventually buy this. So the lineup on Pet Sounds, let's see, personnel. Where's personnel at? Personnel. Carl Wilson. Carl passed away in 1998. Yeah. Carl Wilson passed away in 1998. Dennis Wilson passed away in 1983 at age 39. That's a tough signature, Dennis Wilson. Dennis Wilson passed away relatively young. Dennis Wilson passed away in 1983 at age 39. So Al Jardine, Bruce Johnston, Mike Love, and Brian Wilson, they should all still be alive. Al Jardine is 82 years old. Bruce Johnston is 82 years old. Mike Love is 83 years old. And Brian Wilson is 82 years old, the front man. And then Carl and Dennis, so they're all still alive, and that's, I don't know, I'm sure there is, but I guarantee if you get one signed by Carl and Dennis, you're talking, I'm going to say 10, 20,000. That's just my guess. If you get one signed by all of them, especially this nice, because I doubt Carl's would be signed with like a Sharpie. It'd probably be like a pen. It may be signed by a Sharpie, or not Carl, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis died. Usually by then, or even in '83, they were ballpoint pens. So don't hold me to that, but I guarantee if you had that with all 5 of them, or actually, see, there's 5 on the cover there. I don't think there's somebody 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's somebody not pictured. I guess Dennis. Yeah. So even with Carl's, let's see, Carl. Yeah. No, that's Brian. Carl. I think that's Carl. Yeah. Even with his signature, I think it would get exponentially more. And then if you throw in the fact that Dennis could have signed it as well, that would be an incredibly rare item. I don't know if one exists. I know somebody I could ask, but I don't think I doubt there's one in existence. There very well could be, but I doubt it. This is about the closest you're going to get, especially without being astronomical in price. Let me check Heritage Database. Yeah, they've never really sold a signed one, it looks like. Excuse me. I get down the rabbit hole with autographs. All right. I'll leave you with this. One more quick fact about autographs. The Doors, Jim Morrison, there is not a, let me see if I get this correct. Quick autograph fact, and I may be getting this flipped wrong, but there is not a fully signed Doors album in existence on the front cover. So you cannot, to collectors' knowledge, since 1970 when Jim Morrison died, between then and when the Doors started in 66, 67, at no point did they ever sign an album cover, all of them together. And I think there's only 1 or 2 known Jim Morrison signed album covers on the front, where he signed an album cover, just him, on the front. I think there's only 1 or 2 known that have passed and been verified by experts. So there's a lot of discussion right now with the doors set going on, the hi-fi, the Rhino hi-fi set. Just something to think about how rare their autographs are together. Out of all those album jackets that was made from 67 to 70, there's none where they've all signed the front of it. And if something was discovered, it would be an astronomical price. With that, I'm signing off for the night. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time. We'll do this all over again. 7 p.m. probably till 2 a.m. again. Thank you and good night.